Welcome to Catch22, the podcast. I'm your host, Lamar. Please make sure you go subscribe. Make sure you go like and share this podcast. This is Ca22tch. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, yo, I'm your host, Lamar Glass. And I didn't want to kind of start my podcast off this way, but I think it's the appropriate thing to do is to start it out this way with saying RIP to Kobe, one of the GOATs. And I just want to get into, for people that don't know, that I played basketball pretty much my whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what it meant for me to see him, not only him, like people like Lebron, to do what they do on a high level. But when the news came out that Kobe had passed, obviously everybody's saying that they thought it was fake news.
Yeah.
Obviously I did too.
I definitely did.
But it hurt me in a way that I didn't expect it to.
Mm-hmm.
For the simple fact that I didn't understand the appropriate, how good he was and what he did on and off the court for people.
Yeah.
And the effect that he had on so many lives. And the one thing he had for me, because I wish I had like a little baller piece of paper. Because, you know, as kids, we get it. Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That was, and for those little things, and that's the impact that he had just on a little kid like myself, playing the game and understand the discipline of the game, the hard work, and how basketball taught me discipline in life.
Yeah.
You know, getting up when you didn't want to, working hard when you didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Not taking the game for granted, but using the game to kind of push yourself on and off the court. And so for me, I didn't understand how much that affected me during that time. And not only for him, but the other 8 people, including his daughter that was on that plane, because a lot of people lost their family members.
Yeah.
And I think that one thing that Kobe taught me, and I want to make this very clear, and this might be controversial, is that you don't really get the love you deserve until you die.
That's true. That's true.
And
That's
this
sad.
has happened. It happens on and on again. Like, we'll see somebody, just the same thing with Nip, is like, we didn't understand how valuable Nip was until he passed.
Yeah.
But if my thing is, we all got a start date and an end date.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start showing people love in between that little dash. We got to start showing people a whole bunch of love. And I think that it was an eye-opener for me. It was definitely something that moved me, made me value myself and life in a whole different kind of way. So I would just want to still say this is something that I don't want to go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep pushing for Kobe,
Yeah.
his family, and all the other families that was on that helicopter. So I just want to say my piece for that, and so we can move on. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Just take his death and kind of use it into something positive for the people.
That's
so I just want to say my little part, and that say, Kobe, that we will miss you, man, and your daughter, and to his wife Vanessa.
Yeah.
Keep your head up. We're going to continuously to pray for her.
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to get off my chest before we move on, and I thought that was the right thing to do.
Yes, sir.
So,
R.I.P. Kobe.
so let's move. With that being said, I'm going to light up the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's get into our cop story.
Cop story.
Cop story. So, and this has been on Facebook for about 3 years.
I remember.
This is something that I think even my coworker probably a week ago,
Yeah.
brung this same story up. So I just want to clear the air because I want to push out the real story that happened to me.
Yeah.
So one day we on the call.
Mm-hmm.
My partner at the time, he says, Glass, man, stop drinking those monsters. You're going to mess around and catch a cramp.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I'm like invincible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still legit out here.
Yeah.
So we get to a call. Guess it was a stabbing or something. Somebody got stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
We wind up, while we all standing there, we wind up finding out the guy standing next to us is the one who stabbed the victim.
Yeah.
So we looking at him, he looking at us,
Yeah.
and he books it.
Take out running.
I'm like, this is my moment to shine. I'm definitely about to catch him.
Yeah.
So three police officers run before I do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me go ahead and go catch. I'm all cocky. I ain't gonna lie. I was cocky with it. Let me go catch this guy. Boom. So we hit the alley. I'm running in the alley, pass up the 3 officers that was in front of me.
Yeah.
And I get about 4 feet from the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, kick it to another gear glass. It's about to go down. When I tell you, when I reached out and tried to grab him, this right hamstring go out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, like a flat tire?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
Okay.
So I'm running. I'm like, okay. So my pride kick in. I'm like,
yeah.
get me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm too close to give up now.
Yeah.
Right? I should have gave up.
Yeah.
Because when I tried to kick in another gear with a bad right hamstring, the left one goes out.
Oh, so now you got double hammy.
And when I tell you, man, I have never felt pain like that before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Dog. So when it goes out, I buckle. Boom. I'm like wobbling. And my pride is still there, and I tried to keep running, but it was bad. So I literally walked back probably 300 yards back to the scene. Yeah. And it's probably 50 people outside. Yeah. And they are laughing. I wish I can pick that picture on Facebook with me. I got tape and ice on my hamstrings and people laughing. To a point, even the guy comes back to the car and looked at me and like shook my head. Because we wound up catching him on the other side of the fence. But even him looked at me and was just like,
shouldn't have done that.
That's what you get.
Done that.
That's what you get. So I thought I wanted to clear the air. Yeah. It's because I was drinking Monsters. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. I should have listened. But I didn't. Yeah. And it kind of dehydrated my body. Yeah. But don't get it twisted. I'm out here. I'm pretty legit. Yeah. I'm pretty fast. Not as fast as I used to be. Yeah. But that one, that was probably 3-4 years ago. And people still bring that same story up.
Oh, yeah.
About that one hamstring.
Facebook going to keep it relevant, man. Because every year at the same time, they're going to repost.
And that's what happens. Yeah. For like the last 3 years, that memories, that'll get you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny? Because in Facebook, it'll show you memories from 8 years ago. Yeah. When you was out there being weird. Yeah. They
ain't going to let you make it.
That's right. Especially for women. Yeah. Because then, you know how women, they mature a lot faster than we do. Yeah. In the sense of, like, when they memories pop up, they went from double swoop to now they wearing, like, the sew-ins. Yeah. And then they got the pose and the little jeans,
duck
the duck, everything. So for them, especially for my wife, just to see her old memories, she like, okay, that was okay. Yeah. We was out here. We was out here. Well, man, so I just wanted to clear the air on that story that people had me messed up. There was one time in my life that somebody got away. All right? Don't be out here thinking I can't run.
Yeah. You ain't one of them cops. Look out of shape and stuff.
I'm not as fast as I used to be. Okay. But I'm more smarter now.
Okay. So what would you do now that you think about it and
I'm gonna get on the radio.
Result? Oh, you gonna get on the radio?
I'm getting on the radio these days. Or I'm gonna drive the car.
So what are your thoughts? If you would have caught him, what would you? Since he made you do all that, does your thought, your mind frame changing? Like,
no,
I want to beat him up when I get him.
Nah, not even close. For me, most people. This is the thing. Most people are not there to fight police. Yeah, they just there to get away. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it ain't personal. I'm not gonna go over like my pride ain't never in it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just think that most people think it is. Yeah. That when some people try to get away, they think it's a fighting kind of sense. In an instance, it's a huge, lack of a better word, it's a catch-22 when you think about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's when you catch them, do you defend yourself while they're trying to get away and they swinging? Yeah. Or you just sit there and take an L? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what is going to look to the public? And I think that's the biggest thing. So for me, it's never personal. I'm not going to catch you and be like, you made me run. Yeah. Here go extra 3 jabs. Nah, it don't work like that. For me, I know they just trying to get away. I know they just don't want to be in these cuffs. Yeah. So my thing is we just trying to put that person in cuffs. When we get that person in cuffs, put them in the car, Do what we gotta do. It's a job for me.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying. And speaking of jobs, right?
Yeah.
So I got guys out here. They're
Okay.
hardworking men,
Okay.
right? And they just decide to separate their baby mother, like the mother of their child.
Okay.
And some men, I believe, get the short end of the stick when it comes to child support. So what do you think about that? What do you think about child support?
My thing is, for one, we need to start as men. We need to start, being more careful who we choose to have kids by. If we're not gonna, if you don't see a future with a person, I'm learning this as I get older. If you don't see a future with that person, if you're gonna do something, use protection. Don't just be around here, just doing stuff, just to be doing it. A lot of men make that mistake, of just randomly sleeping with random women or staying in long relationships with women that you don't really see a future in. My thing is, if you see it's not going anywhere, just get out of it before you get in predicaments like that.
You taking care of our child?
Yeah.
Bing, you won't need it because you can just call me. Hey, we need milk.
Yeah.
Hey, I got this for this week. You can get it for the next week.
Yeah.
It's just about us being adults and communicating. But I think once you put one of them good dudes in the system, it makes them a bad guy because they become a weekend and a summer dad. And I think that's the huge thing about it. It's like either you lose or you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing, and that's the Ca22. What I keep saying is that what are we gonna do here? You know what I'm saying? Why are you that mad that we're not together?
Yeah.
And you're gonna put me on child support where you possibly gonna get less.
Yeah.
Not you can probably get more money, but you're gonna get less time.
And some of it is, it's not even the breakup. It's when you cut ties with them, when you no longer want to fool around with them, no longer want to give them attention, and then they see you. Then when you start moving on, they see another woman in the picture. That's when the problem normally kicks in.
I agree with that.
And then most fathers that's on child support, they don't even have the first deals, to carry them on their taxes and stuff.
Oh, of course not.
I'm paying child support. I gotta provide, Medicare and all, healthcare and all that stuff, and I still don't even get to do any of this on my taxes, And I don't think that part of it is fair,
So you should split the child in half, not in the literal sense, but in the sense of when it comes to taxes. If I'm paying child support, then I should be able to put the child on my taxes.
Definitely.
I think if I'm paying child support, I should be able to carry the child.
That's right.
You getting paid all year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you want to get paid all year and then get the taxes?
And then some of the women don't even work. They giving them to the stepdad or their mom, and that's totally unfair right there.
No, but I think it's a bad deal for a lot of guys out here that are really trying to do their part, but they didn't got into what we considered a bad situation in relationship wise, where they just want to be fathers to their kids, but they gotta not only fight the mother, either it's the mother fighting the dad or the dad fighting the mother, not in the physical sense, but in the legal sense. They gotta fight them for see the child, and also fight the system where is. You know what I'm saying? So you in a losing situation. How do you become a great dad when you see her getting pulled and tugged, and they telling you when to see your child, how to see your child, this time and this time? Like, that's insane for me. You know what I mean? But we have allowed that. So in the sense of that, right? You get to the point where you're getting child support. Now you got a co-parent.
Yeah.
Like, what are the do's and don'ts of co-parenting?
In that point, I think it should be 50-50, I mean, if the father's willing to, have the kid 50% of the time, I think that's the way it should be, The mom shouldn't be able to determine, when you can see the baby and when the baby can come over, how long the baby can stay. If y'all doing co-parenting, you should even just take consideration of what the kid may want to do, Because in most cases, the kid may want to be with the father,
Yeah.
I think they should take that into consideration,
I think the biggest do in co-parenting is that you have to communicate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the biggest thing. And I think it's appropriate when introducing the child to another person. I'm not saying you guys have to sit down, but you got to have a sense of, hey, this is what's about to happen. Not that I need your approval, but hey, this is what's about to happen. Because for me, if like I need to know if my daughter's around other like men or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just for like so I can understand what's going on.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's a big thing. I think the biggest thing is communication.
Yeah.
Like I don't wanna be in nobody else's lives because we're done.
Yeah.
But let's communicate because we have to at least for 18 years.
Yeah.
So we might as well make this the best what we got to do. And I think the biggest you have to communicate. You got to have a communication and a level of respect for each other.
That's
we
right.
might not like each other.
But
I don't care how much, but it's a level of respect for each other.
For the baby, you know.
You know what I mean? Especially for the child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the don'ts is don't ever think you're bigger than the other person.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but
like in the sense of you might have you might have custodial. You might be the custodial parents.
Because she stay with you most of the time. You think you
like whatever you say goes.
Yeah. No.
When you go over your dad's house, or if I have custodial, when you go over your mom's house, it's still my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you co-parent, you gotta have a real sit down. Hey, this is what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Let's come into agreement about the child.
Yeah.
And I think that's big.
Yeah. A lot of people laugh at me when I tell this story, man. I say, if I had a crazy baby mom, you know, thank God I don't. But man, I'd be probably in jail every week for kidnapping my kid. Man. I'm just going to pick up at the school. I don't care who time it is to have. You know, it's just the way I see it. You know, but I ain't saying it's right. But I'm just saying I couldn't imagine just having a seed in this world and not be a part of their life just because the baby mom's tripping. You know, or she done brought another guy in the picture and he, you know, jealous or, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with me and my kid. You know, so. You know, I got mad respect for the people that have to deal with that, you know.
Man, I know a guy, man, that has done that has went to the school.
Yeah.
And just been like, nah, I'm just going to pick my baby up.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that, oh, you can't kidnap your child. I say, listen, he can't kidnap his child.
Yeah.
It's his child.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he done gave up all rights. When they done went to court and did the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but why wouldn't you give me a reason why you wouldn't want that child to go with their dad.
That's right. You know,
like I don't get it. Like why wouldn't you? Like that's a break for you.
There's no reason.
Like
you know?
yeah. So I just think that it's that situation is tough.
Yeah. It's
tough, and I really feel for the people that have to go through that on a day-to-day basis and try to move on with their lives, but still have to deal with the nonsense.
Yeah.
Of somebody that can't get over their situation because they feel like the other person moving on. So I know we've been talking about Ca22tch and stuff like that, and I think this is a big moment for Ca22tch.
Oh yeah,
right. And I'm gonna try to hold my tongue as much as I can because I know sometimes I have to be politically correct.
Oh yeah.
But I want to get into the biggest Ca22tch that's currently two of them. One of them is Jay-Z in the NFL, right? This is my opinion.
Okay.
Right? We want people in a position where we can change the game.
Yeah.
Right? I think, and we want people in a position where we at the table, sitting at the table to make decisions. And I think Jay-Z did that.
Yeah.
But once he did that, he got a lot of backlash. And I didn't understand it. And I still don't understand it. I'm like, yo, we got to sit at the table.
Yeah.
We got somebody that's going to go up there and – because Jay-Z's track record is proven.
Yeah.
It's proven. You know he going to do the right thing, but it's like if we take it as, oh, you a sellout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he a sellout? If we want change, we got to get a seat at the table.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to start your own NFL.
It ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen. But you know what we can do? We can get a seat at the table, and we can push our agenda, our influence, because we got the biggest influences in the world.
Yeah.
But it was like once we got there, the people that criticized them was us.
Yeah. That's because just people, they fight change, man. They fight things that they don't understand. They fight because it's a private meeting. You don't know what's going on, so it's human nature sometimes just fight stuff that you don't know what's going on. But I think you just let it play out. Like you say, Jay-Z got approved, or record, know that he can get the job done. You know,
You can get it done.
but you
every
just
time.
gotta be able to just follow his lead. A lot of people don't like to follow, man. Everybody think they're leaders. You know, everybody think they got the bright idea. You know, but then when it's time for them to put the ball in motion, they drop it every time.
Every time. This is, but I don't understand the attack mode of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, Jay-Z said, like, hold on,
Yeah,
let's pump the brakes here.
Yeah.
What happened in this meeting?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here?
yeah.
But they don't know.
They don't know.
But we go wild for, oh, Jay-Z said forget Kaepernick, all this other stuff. No, a lot of people might disagree with me on this, and I probably don't even really care. But I think that the issue is bigger than Kaepernick.
Oh, definitely.
Like we thank him for what he has done for him taking the knee and stuff and trying to fight for that movement and the sacrifices that he made in order to get his voice heard. But then we also had to look at the big picture. You know what I'm saying? The big picture is, you know what? Let's get a seat at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. So I'm in a meeting and this guy. He's an old millionaire white guy.
Yeah.
He says, Glass, you know what the problem is? Your people is too busy knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. At first I took it offensive. I'm not gonna lie.
Your people.
My people, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. But the grown man in me was like, I want to hear what he said because let's let this play out.
Yeah.
So he was like, the problem is your people are too busy knocking on the door. While y'all outside knocking on the door, we're upstairs making laws.
Yeah.
We're upstairs making things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So what do?
Yeah.
You get, but once we get through the door, we get to the table.
Yeah.
We criticize.
No solution.
No solution. We just want to talk bad. We just want to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is that we can sit here, we can meet all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if we ain't got nothing to back that, if we ain't really making things happen, like this big meeting, and after the meeting we just go on by our daily lives, nothing happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think they put that man in a situation was like, dang, we're here. Like, what are y'all complaining about?
Yeah.
I think that's, for me, it was disheartening.
I think it was TDJ that said it. This is the most busiest generation, but they're not getting anything done. You know, you moving, you know, doing this, doing that, but nothing's coming out of what are you doing. You know, because it's not based off of facts. A lot of people just run with information. It ain't even facts. You know, it's just something they done heard, something they, you know,
it's just something they done heard.
Yeah.
Oh no, so and so told so and so that told so and so. So, and this one I want to get into another one because I'm kind of heated at the moment.
What's up?
Another one, and this one's personal to me, right? Another one, is that, like my shirt say, I'm black and blue.
Yeah.
Right? A huge catch-22.
Yeah.
It's like we want people to serve our communities that look like us, that understand us.
Yeah.
But when you're out there, you become the sellout.
Yeah.
When you have to make that arrest. When you have to take people to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you a sit-up. You a Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa, I done did more for this community than you ever have.
Exactly.
And the benefit that I got and why I can talk my stuff is because I grew up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a proven track record that I have been in the community.
Yeah.
I have did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Gave people first and gave people the game, but then people will still be like, "Oh, you a sellout? You working for the man? You in the system? Blah blah blah." I'm like, so do you want me to be here protecting and serving the people that I know?
Yeah.
Or you want me, like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And my take on that is, you'll never hear that come out of the mouth of a productive person. Anybody that say they're gonna be probably an unproductive individual, somebody that dropped out of high school, somebody that has no reason to even say anything like that. They don't know you personally. They only know you from, your uniform. They don't know anything about you, to call you Uncle Tom or a sellout, Because I remember, I don't know, I don't remember what. I think they was riding downtown or something, and you was like on the front line, with just looking, with your correct posture, just looking forward. You weren't saying that, you weren't responding. Look at him. He on the front line. He's black. What does black have to do with anything? You know.
No, man. And that's the truth. Like, I have been called everything under the sun: Uncle Tom, sellout, coon, a bunch of, man. You name it. I've been called that. Yeah. But I always encourage people. At the same time, I'm the one taking the sacrifice and putting on this badge.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one that's out here grinding every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was telling me. He said, Glass, while people are knocking on the door, you got to be in there changing things.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the meetings like, oh no, I think this is good. I think we should go this way. I think we need to take this approach, especially when it comes to community policing, which I'm a firm believer in. But a lot of people want you to be on camera all the time, and they want to actually see you actually doing. But I'm telling people, no, I encourage you to come to one of my meetings. I can show you how productive it is.
Yeah.
I can show you how we get down and how we move on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like you have to be in the forefront, and you have to do what people want you to do. And my thing is, I'm at a comfortable position in my life right now, especially in my career.
Yeah.
But I don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Where I know what I'm doing is the right thing, and I know what I'm doing is for the people.
Yeah.
And if you got a complaint, please address that. We can have conversations.
Yeah.
Because people are consistently emailing me, inboxing me, hey, Glass, what is this? But these be the same people that go on the internet and be like, F the police.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they'll text me and be like, Glass, I need help with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in this pickle. But then they go, all police suck, blah, blah, blah. So huge, like, I'm like, but you just, what are we doing here?
Go back to what I was saying. They busy.
It's, man.
But not effective.
Exactly. So I'm going to calm myself, because I had to get that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's necessary.
Oh, yeah.
As much as people hate the police, we need the police. And that's the Ca22 about life. Yeah. So you got to get that thing, that police to work in your favor, in the sense of you got to be able to sit down and have real conversation, then put solutions behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dude was like, Glass, I don't understand why people don't talk to you more.
Yeah.
He said, whenever I have a problem, I always call you. He said, because I know you know what you're doing. I know you're going to know how to get it done. Yeah. He said, I don't understand why people don't talk to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, people ain't got to talk to me.
Yeah.
He was like, but you the inside man.
Yeah.
You the dude that know.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I have a conversation about you what's going on?
And guys, to me, I'm pretty sure you may agree with this, you may not, but it's not even just all the people on the street. I'm pretty sure you got partners, well, not really partners, but other cops that call you the same thing. He doing too much. He politicking. He ain't worrying about the community. Just it's pulling each other down. It's just a culture thing, really. They knock what they don't understand.
Yeah, but at the same time, I give them the game also. Yeah. Because I correct some of my coworkers also in the same sense.
Yeah.
As in, oh no, bro, that ain't how it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll pull me to the side, like, especially when we get, because a lot of my coworkers don't know what woo 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 mean.
Yeah.
They don't know woo, you know what I'm saying? Woo, then my baby mama being woo. They don't understand that. They don't. Like, I literally at one point has become a translator.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, he's like, Glass.
What did he say?
What are you talking about? I said, so I pulled up to the scene, like, what's going on? He's like, bro, I don't understand anything he's talking about right now. So I get there. He was like, and the dude was frustrated, granted. And you know how we are. We talk with our hands, and when we get excited, it just woo, pull up on them. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, there was a whole lot of people out here, man. I ain't trying to do none of that, you know what I'm saying? Baby mom, pull up, beat him.
And he ain't understand none of that.
So I broke it down to him. Yeah. So I want to lighten up the mood.
Okay.
I want to transition. Okay. Because I can go on that for another 13 days. I don't want to make too many people mad with that anyway.
Yeah.
You got to save one.
Okay. Save one. Let's go. Let's hear this.
And I want to know why.
All right.
Kevin Hart. Dave Chappelle.
That's a no-brainer, man. Dave Chappelle, just because I mean, he's funny. He's he speak he speak facts. You know, and it's just some real life stuff that he be spitting. You know, you got to really kind of pay attention to what Dave Chappelle's saying. He's really trying to give you the game, but also be funny at the same time. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Kevin Hart was kind of after Soul Plane and stuff like that. I think he was forced on us. You know, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I think
You think Kevin Hart was forced
I think Kevin Hart after Cat Williams started getting in trouble and stuff. I think they forced Cat Williams on. I mean, they forced Kevin Hart on us. He's funny, but he's a childish kind of funny.
Like petty.
Petty, yeah. Like get on your nerves sooner or later, kind of funny.
But Dave Chappelle more real.
Yeah, more real, and you know.
I'm gonna go with Dave for the simple fact that it's not what he say; it's about him being fearless.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I might not agree with a lot of things he might say, but at the same time, he's fearless. It's like this is my opinion. Yeah, you can like it or not, but I'm gonna say it. Yeah, and a lot of us we hold in a lot of stuff that that I think is necessary. Yeah. For people to express, but at the same time, I might not agree with it. I don't have to agree. See, this is the thing. Yeah. If we don't agree with somebody, we take it offense. Like, just because we disagree don't mean we got a beef.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that with people, and I think David Chappelle is pushing that envelope. Yeah. I think he's just antagonizing people because he know he can say it. Yeah. He's just like, well, what you gonna do? Exactly. It's just my opinion. You gonna let my words mess up what you got going on? Yeah. And I think that's why I would pick Dave Chappelle. Yeah. As much as Kevin Hart is one of the people I look up to, and one of the people I think that are, and the way he moved on the business side. Yeah. And I think that he was a lot funnier back then. I think in the transition of life, once you get more money, you got to start playing different the politics. You got to start. He can't just be all the way black when he got millions and millions white, Hispanic, and all his Asian followers.
Because Kevin said something one day. You know, we ain't gonna go in detail what he said, but he spent the next month or so trying to get out of, apologize. Not really,
Yeah, for his past.
Yeah, for something he said, but and that was something like you said, that was something he said in the past, but
you apologize for.
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle, if he said it, he mean it. Yeah.
I don't even think sometimes he mean it. I just think he just like antagonizing people and just like, oh well, I'm Dave Chappelle. Yeah. I don't care. He at that point in his life where he don't care.
Yeah. And when you get like that, you can't be afraid to lose money and lose fans. So you just,
Let's go with another one. This one might be kind of sensitive, but I want you to take this next one in the sense of not this person without the sensitive part, without the person passing or anything like that. All right. So I want you you got LeBron or Kobe. You got to save one.
Okay. Oh, Kobe, man. Definitely Kobe.
You gonna save Kobe?
Yeah, I'm gonna save Kobe. Kobe is the GOAT to me, man. He this is just my opinion. My opinion is Kobe, Jordan, then LeBron.
I disagree with it.
No, I know you're gonna disagree with it, but I'm just saying Kobe is the GOAT, man. People say he cloned his game out to Jordan, but
he did, definitely.
He took what Jordan had, applied it in his own way, though. He just took it to another level.
Another level?
I think so. Kobe,
he does. I don't know if you've seen that mix where every move he did was the same.
Yeah, but he still had he still his touch though. I mean, I think it still was him though. You can mimic some. I can go mimic Jordan right now, but if I don't put the work in, I'm not gonna master it though. So you can mimic everything from Jordan. You can mimic everything from Jordan, but if you ain't got the the skill and the talent to go with it, you still ain't gonna be people out there putting on Jordan headbands and jerseys, trying to mimic him.
But I'm saying, you making it seem like LeBron is not the all around better player.
All around better player. He's definitely not a better shooter than Kobe. All around better. I don't think his defense better than Kobe's either. It's just the mentality. Kobe's gonna shoot the ball with the last 3 seconds.
Kobe gonna shoot the ball with 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It don't matter if it's 3 seconds. It don't matter if it's 48 minutes on the clock.
I love LeBron because all the stuff that he's accomplished at his age, and LeBron came out of high school right a year before I did, and he's a GOAT in his own right.
That's what I'm saying.
When it comes to comparing him, I don't think you can probably compare anybody because everybody's era is different, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get at too.
Yeah, because Kobe said he would have dropped 100 on Larry Bird because just how slow he was and how this and how that, you know. Kobe really didn't understand Bird game, how he was so effective because
it's mental.
Yeah.
Basketball is all mental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how Larry Bird was.
But just
effective.
you know,
and that's how LeBron James is.
Just
effective.
Kobe Bryant's work ethic, man. This man
LeBron's is insane.
This man shooting, putting up 1,000 shots a day.
What do you think, LeBron not?
It don't look like it.
It don't.
Not all the time.
Nah,
man.
I can't let you. My God,
I thought LeBron was gonna drop at least 100 points the other night, man. He came out there.
That's an emotional time, man.
But man,
I ain't gonna lie. When my big mama passed, and I had to go hoop, I thought in my mind I wanted to drop like, well, big mama was 82. I was like, I'm going for like 89, right? Man, I went out there and scored 5 points. Because I was so emotional, and I wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just kept thinking about her in that sense. But it's that was a weird thing. So I knew that he won. As much as I wanted him to, I knew it was gonna be a bad game.
So you think that was just a one game thing, or you think since everything in that arena remind you of Kobe right now, so he's gonna have to. Since you say basketball is mostly mental, he's gonna have to find a mental block to get past that. What do you think that's gonna be?
I mean, the other night he just had 38.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we're good now.
Yeah, but
we're good.
Kobe dropped 61 his last game of his career. 61.
How many? He took 50 shots. What are we talking about
he
here?
Held choice, but
I know, but we say 61. But he took 50 shots too.
Yeah.
Like every possession went through him. He's supposed to have 90 that game.
That's what he wanted.
I know he got it.
Yeah, that's the way he
But
wanted.
don't try to make it seem like he dropped 61 and he took 10. He took 10 shots.
But yeah, that's Kobe, my boy, man. I love his work ethic and
I would definitely. I'm picking LeBron.
You gonna pick LeBron over Kobe?
Yes.
I gotta hear this.
And the reason why I will pick LeBron is because I think what he does on the court, he never fought into the narrative what people wanted him to be. He stayed true to his game. People want him to go out there and just score. He's like, no, I'm a passer. I'm all these other things other than just a scorer. And this is what y'all want me to do. He stayed true to what his game was. Not only he did that, is that he was consistently the best player in the league for out of 17 years, probably 14 of those years. That's huge. And he's still the best player in the league.
Right now?
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
I don't know about that.
So, in that sense, I will pick LeBron. So, let's go with last one, TD Jakes or the cussing pastor.
TD Jakes or the cussing pastor?
You know the guy who...
Yeah, I know who you talking about. Definitely TD Jakes, man. Definitely. I don't care how real you are. It's still a line you don't cross.
What's that line?
Man, you ain't got no business.
What?
Doing all that cussing, talking crazy, talking about he loved the P word and all this stuff, man. He just go too far with it. I understand being real, being yourself, but this man, it got to be some kind of cutoff, man. You gonna take me serious if I didn't gave you the game Bible wise, then I'd cuss you out right out the word.
Yeah.
You gonna listen to me?
Yeah. Because I want you to understand, like, I'm not playing either. Yeah. And I like Jakes a lot. Jake's dope. I like him a lot. But that cussing pastor?
No, he a fool, man.
He a fool.
Yeah, he definitely a fool.
So, we was in the car talking about this.
No.
We were saying that what if Jakes, as dope as he is, just, like, y'all shut the up, man. Yeah. Like, y'all get y'all together. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't take Jakes even more as dope as you wouldn't take him as serious no more.
No, I mean it ain't even about that. It really ain't even about him cussing. You know, it's just his overall message ain't really good. It ain't helping. It ain't empowering the people. It ain't uplifting the people.
Just funny.
All it is just telling you to keep it real, be yourself. You know, that's all he's saying. But Jakes, he uplift you. He give you the game. You know, then you know he. I mean, I just like Jakes. I can't take this other guy serious, man. No.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was just, I'm just comparing
because sooner or later I'm not gonna even see. You can take the pastor part out because by the time you get to cussing me out, I've been whooped the pastor out.
But what if he giving? It's not that he's going around cussing people out. It's like when he speak, he cuss.
Man, he ain't got no
Like
business.
get yours together.
He come on the scene. If you and if this and
Nah,
if that.
he don't think he.
Yeah, he do. Shoot, man.
Nah, man.
This dude paid to be on his talk show or whatever. He said, "If you ain't getting your money back, get out of my office." He was ready to fight and everything, man. This dude off the chain, man. I wouldn't even compare. He ain't even.
Man.
You should have said Creflo Dollar or somebody. You should have said Creflo Dollar. What's the dude's name? Joel Osteen, somebody with the cussing powder. Not Jake. He ain't even in the same ballpark.
Nah, I like Jake's. I'm picking. I just thought it would be funny.
Well, Jake's was a millionaire before he even got the Potters out.
Oh yeah,
books, songs. Jake's is very inspirational. Man. You can't knock Jake, but the cussing pastor.
Nah, you can't mess with the cussing.
No,
all right, so I know we're finna wrap up here in a little bit, but I want to get to at least one of these community questions that came through today. So this one I want to hit. What happened to the black family and staying together after children? What happened? What do you think happened to the black families?
What happened to the black families and staying together after the children are gone?
No, just after children. You know, like sometimes after having a child, the parents will split up.
Oh.
You know? So what you think happened in this? What happened to black families?
Pressure, bust pipes. Added pressure, bust pipes. Then you got people, not all parents, not all women. When you have a daughter or something, sometimes the mom be jealous of the attention you're giving her daughter, thinks she needs that attention. It's just all about the mindset, and then sometimes you just grow apart. Like you said earlier, for that season we were good, but my mind expanded, my outlook on life expanded, and maybe they'll stay there. So we just grew apart.
I think what definitely, it's my opinion, what happened to the black families is the sense of the crutch of like welfare, especially the crack epidemic in the 80s. Those things I think kind of tarnished our communities, the family and the family aspect, because a mother could get way more benefits if she becomes just a single mother, other than having the dad around. Yeah. So I think that's the catch-22 of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would I want to struggle with this man in the house? You know what I'm saying? Or why should I struggle with him in the house when I can get all these assistants if he's not in the house? Yeah. In the sense of just valuing the family aspect. Yeah. And I think that's something that I believe that's something that happened to our families when it comes to that.
Yeah. And I think, and it's always designed like that to get the father out the house, because like you say, a lot of people are still acting a lot. The father's right there, and they still lying like he's not there,
Yeah.
Just to get some food stamps or whatever you're getting, kind of government assistance you're getting, But a real man gonna provide, He's not gonna let anything tear his family up, But I think a lot of people just got into some stuff too fast and too soon, and it broke up a lot of black families. You can blame it on the drugs or whatever, but I think the focus, this stuff, it stings back to the purpose of marriage, purpose of family, purpose,
Yeah.
But if you get away from the purpose of something it was created to do, it's gonna fall apart.
I get you. All right, so we finna wrap it up here. So you got any closing remarks before we get up out of here?
Closing remarks, I just thank everybody for watching. It's only gonna get better from here. We just getting everything off the ground. Just y'all keep watching, keep supporting us. It don't take nothing from you, to like it and share it. We're gonna keep out putting on positive context and stuff, and y'all just keep on watching.
This is what I want to say, is that we understand that life is just a big catch-22. You know what I'm saying? And all these things we talked about today, is about how life could bring you something, and you have to be able to make decisions.
Yeah.
Either if it's a Kevin Hart or David Chappelle, or if it's Jay-Z and what's going on in the NFL, or being black and blue. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So all these things tie into it just being a Testament. So I want people to understand that this podcast is for us to have hard conversations.
Yeah.
It's for us to identify what are those problems and to put solutions behind them.
That's
And
right.
I think as we grow and as we move further, a lot of people start tuning in and understand the passion behind what's going on.
Yeah.
So I want you guys keep subscribing. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you tell people about it. And we're gonna keep moving around. Keep moving this thing right along. I'm Glass.
I'm Tazz.
Did take risks. Also be accountable for the risks that you take. Catch 22.